just got back from a successful road trip. What were some things that you guys liked?
Well, in our first game, I think we had a good comeback win. We were down by a couple points there in the fourth quarter, and we just came back and had good intensity about the way we were playing, and I think that carried over into the next game, and it's good to get 2 wins on the road.
Northern Iowa, obviously a difficult opponent coming up for you guys. What are you kind of expecting out of them?
They're a good team, and like the past 2 teams we played, they haven't shot as many threes, and they shoot a lot of threes, so we have to be ready for that and defend on the perimeter. And I think that'll be just the biggest key for the game.
Well, the biggest thing is there's been growth on the floor. So you have to remember it's 7 new people we added to the roster this year, and then we go and we open up with Oregon State, 17th in the country, on their floor. Big game for them, opening game. It was, promo day, it was packed, it was Veterans Day as well. And then we turn around and we're playing, we play South Dakota State, who's ranked now 22nd in the country. So you look at those games and we're playing quality competition, but the key is the growth of the players because they just need minutes. And we're trying to grow our bench. That's the biggest thing right now is to grow them because I think, in my opinion, from what I've seen, my upperclassmen have handled all the things that I've challenged them with very well.
As far as having upperclassmen, how have you liked their leadership so far with the younger group?
It's absolutely been fantastic. It's been a breath of fresh air. They've answered the bell. They've taken care of some things that I think with other teams that may cause problems. And nothing of major things, just small stuff of how to adjust to playing at the college level to, how do you balance your time, away from the floor. And they lead by example. I challenged them yesterday in practice. To be quite frank, Lexi and Fallon, they're the ones that I challenged the most yesterday in practice, and they answered that very well again. So, you look at some of the things we're doing, our defense is starting to improve. You look at our rebounding starting to improve. Right now, if I remember correctly, we're what is it, 9th overall in rebounding or something like that for rebounding margin. So it's a pretty big deal, and that comes from a lot of hard work. It's not a skill set. That's just hard work.
Northern Iowa coming to the Betty. What are you expecting out of them?
Well, Coach Warren does a heck of a job with their program. And they're coming to compete. They're coming to win. They're going to knock down shots. They're going to change pace. That's what they like to do. Sometimes they play fast. Sometimes they'll slow it down. If I'm her and I look at our previous 2 games, I'm probably going to throw a little bit of a press out there a little bit to see if you can try to turn us over a little bit. But I don't know if people can emulate the pressure that we've seen in our last 2 games because a lot of that was those players' abilities. So we'll see.
What do you attribute a lot of your team's defensive success this year? They have one game where you put up 70 points.
Their communication. Again, that goes back to the leadership part of it. So the better that you communicate on defense and you can communicate off the floor, the better you're going to be. And there's a balance of that. And they do a good job of talking and communicating. Defense it's a mindset of being able to be ready to go each day. The other part about it is taking accountability for your actions while you play. And that's what this group is doing. We're fairly young, but they're starting to grasp that concept of that identity. It's all about accountability.